Hey everyone, JB from DragonDen Productions here with a new collectibles video. Today we're looking at the recent addition to the Horsemen Studios Figura Obscura line of characters from legends, myths, and literature, Sun Wukong, and it's a really good looking figure. A little background for you. If you don't know already, Sun Wukong is known as the Monkey King and is the central character from the 16th century Chinese tale Journey to the West. The character has also inspired and influenced popular Dragon Ball franchise around the world, so the name might be familiar. Let's dig into this. And here we have Sun Wukong's box. Still have it in the wrap, so we'll tear that open in a second. But you can see that the front of the box, the artwork is just awesome. I love their stuff. They've done such a good job on these. I have a really cool picture of the Monkey King there on the side. You have a bit of information here on the back. I'm going to push it a little bit closer to the camera. If you want to pause and read that, you're more than welcome to. But a little bit of history on the figure. It's really cool. Pull it back now. On the side, you can see that side of the box. Really cool stuff. So let's go ahead. We're going to crack this open. You know what? We'll do a little ASMR, as they like to say. We're going to go ahead and I know some of you are like, no, don't open it. But it's not mint anymore. that does hurt to tear these things open. I agree. I like to collect things in the box, but I can't do a review of it in the box, can we? Get that plastic off of there. And voila. There we go. Sorry, my chair's squeaking a little bit. Very neat. So, lay it down. That's a magnetic clasp. Very cool. And there is the Monkey King in his box. Very cool. Now, I hope I'm saying this gentleman's name correct, but the artwork that was done for like the backdrops is done by Nate Bersich. He's an incredible artist. He really is. And what he has done, they've taken the box, the clamshell, and turned it into a diorama. So you can set it behind your Monkey King figure, and he did that artwork there. And that is just amazing. Fantastic, traditional looking artwork. Very cool. We're going to go ahead and pause the video. We'll be right back. I'm going to tear open this box, pull out the Monkey King, and see him in all of his glory. And here we have him out of the box. Don't need those anymore. Amazing figure. We're going to start right in on him. So, his shoulder pauldrons are hinged in the back, and they will go up just about that far, which lets you get the arms up. He can't totally, well, yeah, I guess he can. He can T-pose. So his arms go straight out. So not bad. Now, going forward, and these joints are tight, and they do give you, let me grab that. I've mentioned this in every video that we've done with them. They give you a little piece of paper telling you that their joints can be tight. You may want to use some hot water, some heat from like a hair dryer to gently warm them up and loosen them a little bit before you start just going in and twisting, because you can break them. They are plastic. So be very careful. But you can get his arms straight forward. His arms will go that far back. Can't do straight up and down, obviously, because those shoulder holders get in the way. You may be able to unplug them. It doesn't, there's no real instructions, and I don't want to risk breaking it. So do it at your own risk. I wouldn't recommend it personally, though. His belt does have a wire that runs through it. So as you can see, it's kind of getting in my way now, but you can see you can bend it and get the waves going. So if you want to do different poses, it'll work great. I'm just going to kind of wrap it around his backside for now. And also his neck scarf also has a wire that runs through it, so you can get it laid down exactly how you want it. Now the head. He does come with two heads. We're just going to use this one for right now. So the head, he can look down. He can look up quite a bit. Full 360 degrees. And you can tilt side to side. It's just on a ball joint. Very nice. So I do like this. Also with the heads, the faces are removable. You get two sets of faces. They have a plug in the back and obviously a plug in the face. And I know that's terrifying to look at right now. But you just plug it straight in. No magnets or anything like that. It just uses tension. But you get two sets of faces. You get unpainted faces of standard and screaming. And you get painted faces of standard and screaming. So very cool. I like that they added that. Back to the figure again. All right. Elbows. Single jointed elbows. So no double joints there. But it does have elbow twist. So you can elbow twist. It does have forearm twist. So this actually twists right here. And then he also has full, or I almost said ankle, wrist twist. So it's wrist twist. They also can, my glove's stuck. You can bend the wrists in and out. So very nice. Really liking this figure. He does have ab crunch. He can lean back. Now he does have this belt on him. This is hard plastic here, so he can only lean forward so much. I'd be worried about rubbing the paints off. But, do as you will. He does have a little side to side too. So it feels like he's on a ball joint in his waist. And ab twist. Very nice. So lots of possibilities for posing. His legs. He does have this armor. Oh, maybe he can. Let's see here. We can almost do the splits. It's not perfect splits, but we're gonna give it to him anyway. It's these armor pieces. His armor skirts are made of rubber. This fabric here also has a wire in it, and underneath there he does have like a chain mail, almost like dragon scale armor that can just unplug, it looks like, because I just didn't mean to. But plugs right back in. Oh, that was easy. All right. Legs. So you have thigh twist, in and out. I know with all this armor and my gloves, it's a little hard to see. He does have twists at his knees. Knees are single jointed. Ankle. You can get toe tip. You get the ankles up about that high. Full 360 degree rotation. Let's see here. Do we have any ankle swivel? I didn't check that before. Yes, you have some ankle swivel there. So very nice. Now, I just want to say the detail that these guys use. I know I gush about them all the time, but it's for good reason. The detail, the hair that's on those feet. It's molded plastic and painted. It's so nice. And the detail on the bottom of the feet. every little wrinkle and crease on the toes as well. Awesome, awesome detail. The hands, the hair on the head. You get two heads. You have his head with this golden circlet that forces him to behave in Myth. And then you have his other head, which has the phoenix feather cap. These just plug into the head there. They're not, I mean, they're in there. So I wouldn't force them down too far, though. It was very, very tight getting those in. So, has a creepy screaming face. You get a set of shoed feet. Very, very cool. So those just plug in very, very simply. Like I was saying with the head's on a ball joint. Comes off very, very easily. The new one goes right on. Not a problem. Sometimes these can be overly tight or overly loose. I'd say this one is right where it needs to be. Let's see here. Let's get one of these feet. See how hard that's going to be. Whew. That's in there. Oh, there we go. Whew. We need this shoe. We don't need them to have feet on the wrong feet. Or feet on the wrong legs, sorry. Okay, that's not too hard to get back on. So it does make him, it seems like it makes him a little bit taller with those shoes on. Because he's starting to lean. Yep, he leans a little bit to the side when you have that shoe on. So makes him a little bit taller. Maybe, I don't know, quarter of an inch. Nothing bad. I like his, oh my lord. There we go. Whew. Like what I was saying, you may want to warm these up a little bit before attempting to do what I'm doing here. I find getting them a little wet sometimes, even with cool water, helps them slide in and out a little bit easier too. Yeah, I just love, God, those feet. And the detail these guys use. The chain mail on the armor, on his pauldrons, everywhere. Even on this soft rubber. I really do like these guys. All right. Enough about him. Oh, no, it's not. He also has an articulating tail, which you can bend and pose however you want. It's got a little ball joint right there. And I'm sorry, this is going to be a little crude, but you need to lift his skirt. And right there on his hiney, he's got a little plug hole. You just plug that right in there. It's oh, that went in very simply. So, kind of put his skirt armor back. Now we can stand him up. You can actually use his tail. If you're having trouble balancing him or getting him in a pose you like, you can use that tail kind of as a kickstand for him. You get, for his weapons, you get his iconic staff. The Monkey King always fought with a staff. While I'm speaking of that, I should have mentioned, you get 3 sets of hands. You get the hands that obviously come on they're kind of relaxed, open. You have a set of fist style hands that a little bit more tightly closed, it looks like. And just the detail, like once again, just amazing. You get a set of open hands, kind of reaching out like that. And all these do have wrist pegs that have movement. Very nice. You get his Peach of Immortality, what the Monkey King ate to become immortal. So very nice. You get his drinking gourd. You get 2 scrolls. One that has kind of looks like tassels on the end. They're just made of plastic. And one that does not. And once again, you get the bow staff, which we'll use one of his hands that aren't attached. You know, his hands, his fingers, you know, they're molded into position, but there is a little bit of bend movement to kind of open up that hand a bit. You know, it's not going to stay open for long, so you kind of need to get it in there quick. But as you can see, he holds that staff very well. That, I mean, you can slide it up and down. You know, depending on where you want it to be. But once you have it in a position, that hand's not going anywhere. And while he's holding it, that staff really doesn't wiggle around at all. So very nice. This figure is, I have to give it to Four Horsemen Studios once again. It's another one. They've knocked it out of the park. I've really grown to really appreciate these guys and their figure line. Basing this off of the Four Horsemen Studios, Krampus, Headless Horseman, everything we've done. As far as articulation goes, really adding these things, you know, double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, you know, being able to put the arms straight up would really personally take away from the figure. Removing the armor, I think, would take away from the experience of the Wukong, or yeah, the Sun Wukong figure. So I'm going to give it a solid 4.5 out of 5 for what it is. Overall rating, I mean, they knock it out of the park every time. Slap that other face on there. I mean, it's that simple. It's so simple with these guys. He's getting a 9. I'm giving this a solid 9 out of 10. Absolutely love this. I highly recommend you do some research on the figure and on the story of Sun Wukong. It's a fascinating story. Also, I haven't had a chance to play it myself, but there's also a video game out there called Black Myth Wukong, based on this story. I know it's available on PlayStation and PC. It's not available on Xbox. I know that. Apparently, they're working on that. Hopefully, one day. But I do plan on picking it up. Based on this figure, based on the stories from the 16th century, Four Horsemen Studios knocked it out of the park again, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget to pick up your Sun Wukong before they sell out. We'll see you on the next one.
Hey, here's another DragonDen video you might like.
And if you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button.
And you can hit the notification bell if you'd like to know when our videos come out.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.